Hey, I'm Amy Warden, and registration for the October Challenge Club is open right now. We are doing wood grain techniques, and so I just wanted to show you how that all kind of came about. So it was about 6 weeks ago. I was expecting a phone call from Kenna, and about that time, my doorbell rang. So I was so excited and super surprised to see her. She was going to be in town for a few days visiting family, and so we set up a time to make soap. And I was like, so, have you ever done the wood grain technique? And she said, you mean with an impression mat? And I was like, no, freehand. And she was like, no. So I said, let's try it. So we did, and that's how this whole thing came about. So it turns out Modern Soapmaking, Kenna's company, is going to sponsor part of our challenge. We're dividing it into 2 categories. So soaps made with all natural ingredients and those made with synthetic colors or scents. And so Modern Soapmaking is sponsoring the all natural category, and Brambleberry is sponsoring the synthetic category. So if you want to join in with us, there's going to be 4 or 5 different ways that you can make a wood grain soap that I'll be sharing with you within the Challenge Club. You can compete for the prizes, you can get to know some other soap makers. We have lots of fun people that get involved with the challenges every month. So we would love to have you. And so let's just check this out. This is our little soap making session that I really didn't know was going to go public, so it'll be interesting.
Do you have to burp the stick blender as much as you burp?
It's not bad.
Oh. Amy's backwards way of doing things.
You don't have to put that in yet.
I always put it in at the beginning. Like in the oils beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise I forget about it.
Well, it's sitting right there. You wouldn't have forgot.
I would have forgot. Ready to split?
Are you going to use the scale?
Yeah.
What?
I know. Isn't that weird?
That is very strange. Never
Don't have a heart attack. Everything will be okay.
So how many ounces did you put in the big bottles?
About 10.
Okay.
Even though I weighed them, it's not exactly.
No, but it's something to know to replicate.
And those are like 3 each.
And those are the 2, the dark and the light.
Yeah. One is the one with AC, and the other one's the one with the light gray, the white kaolin, I guess is what it was. What I used to do with the big squeeze bottles is I would turn them all upside down, and then put them in a bucket.
Yeah.
And turn it a little on its side. And then the belt sander that I used to use to vibrate the big molds to pop all the bubbles, I would just stick it against there. And
Is that a belt sander to vibrate your mold?
So, because you can't slam it because it's too heavy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you just don't put sandpaper on it and put it against the mold and turn it on and it like vibrates. So I'm thinking if we just do like just random lines where we're trying to put contrasting colors next to each other, on each other, etc.
That came out weird. I need more dark.
Probably should have done more dark. I'm thinking.
Maybe.
This isn't like, whoa, thickening up as much as I thought it would.
That rosewood plays nice.
So what I'm thinking is on the top, you go with the direction of the lines.
Right.
And for like knots. So if we do, this would probably be a better slab project where you're pouring all of it and then you do the top.
Yeah. And leave it.
Yeah. All right.
That was fun. I like that.
You squirt a little of the dark right there.
So here's how our soap turned out. You can see that the color is pretty light and a little bit yellowish, not really wood grain, and there was quite a bit of ash, and so I had to plane that off. But underneath it looks, I mean, the pattern looks pretty cool, but the colors aren't quite right. And then on the inside, you can see it's really muddy and not wood grained at all. So it was probably because our batter was so thin. And then also, we didn't have a whole lot of contrast between the different browns. And so it kind of just melded all together, I guess you could say. So taking that information, I went ahead and made another batch for the Challenge Club. And you can see I used much darker colors, had a lot more contrast. And I made sure my batter was a little bit thicker so it wasn't completely runny, but it was still very thin trace. So I also used a natural essential oil blend for this soap as well. But if I were going to redo this soap at this point, I would probably use Brambleberry's new Cedar and Amber fragrance because it smells amazing. And not only that, it has no acceleration and it only discolors to a tan. So, I mean, you're making a wood grain soap, it's gonna be brown anyway. So this is like the perfect fragrance for that type of soap. So anyway, I hope you will join us for the Challenge Club because it's going to be so much fun.